Hi! So today I'm going to show you guys a super simple and easy updo hairstyle for wigs. I do this a lot for my Lolita outfits when I want to look more fancy. It doesn't take a lot of time, and depending on how fussy you are with it, it can look really put together or slightly more messy, but always fancy. So let's begin! For this tutorial, you will need a head accessory to complete your cord, a wig comb to comb through any tangles, bobby pins in matching color to your wig or hair, and hairspray. First, I already started off by combing through my bangs and setting them in place with hairspray. Next, section out a 2 or 3 inch piece of hair. I'll be keeping these curls down to frame my face, and do the same on both sides. Separate another 2 inch section from one side. This hairstyle is great because its messiness tends to hide any imperfections in your wig. Like here, I have a tangle. I combed through it, but it's not really necessary. It won't make a noticeable difference since this style is already a bit messy. Next, take your section of hair and pin it straight up at the top of your head. We want the bottom of the section's length to look almost like a faux bob, but with the ends on the outside. This creates a romantic and voluminous amount of curls. When you're happy with the placement, bobby pin it. If a strand or two comes loose, just pin it back in place. Always use 2 bobby pins per section. You want the bobby pin to cross over the first in an X shape. This will secure it. Now take another 2 inch bundle of hair and pin it slightly in front and above your last section. This placement helps hide your previous pins and creates a layered look. Since I'll be wearing a hat later, I'm not too worried about my pins showing. Now we're going to repeat the exact same steps on the other side. This time I didn't comb through my tangles, and you can see that it's pretty much indistinguishable from the other side. In fact, I think it looks slightly more textured this way. Of course, it makes it a lot easier to style if it's already really nice and combed out. But everyone knows your wig isn't like that all the time, so try this out if your wig is a little bit messy or a little bit in need of a brushing and detangling session. Try experimenting with twisting the sections before pinning your curls. This can create really pretty variations and texture to your hairstyle. It's really up to you and how much time you have, but this ensures that your look will come out a bit different and special every time. And the sides are done! For the back, start by dividing the hair in half. We're going to pin up these sections exactly like we did earlier. Just make sure that when you're pinning the back, the length falls low enough to cover the base of your wig. If you pin it up too high, the wefts of your wig can show, and that's not pretty. Rinse and repeat on the other side. For a neater look, I'd recommend dividing the back into 4 sections before pinning. But when you're feeling lazy like I was, 2 is just fine. And I accidentally missed a section of hair. But no worries, I pinned it up later. If you miss any sections, don't sweat it, just use more bobby pins. And this is the basic look. You can definitely stop here if you're happy with everything, but if you have a little extra time, try adding a couple of braids. It looks really elegant and takes your hairstyle to the next level. Section out a 1 inch bundle of hair and do a simple loose braid. Nothing fancy and not too tight. This is super easy to do but looks much more complicated when you're done. Play around with where the braid looks best on your face shape. You can even thread it through a curl or two to help it blend and add more depth. Make sure to take your time and be gentle. You don't want to mess up your curls too much. When you're happy with the placement, you know the drill. Pin, pin, pin. If any curls come loose, just pin them into submission. It's up to you how fussy you want to be. Sometimes I leave my curls loose, and others I take the extra time to pin and adjust. It just depends on the look you're going for. You can see here that I twisted the curl before I pinned it. This just adds a little bit of extra texture. Now braid the other side. At this point, I like to experiment with different ideas. You never know, you might find something you like for a different cord. This asymmetrical braid style, if you left it down, might look really cute for a forest or Mori girl look. Always plan where your accessory is going to sit before you clip it in place. After doing this, I decided a symmetrical style would better suit my overall cord. So I just went ahead and pinned it in place exactly the same as I did on the other side. You definitely don't have to pin your braids exactly where I did them. You can totally choose to experiment and put it along the sides of your head or running along the bottom. It's up to you. Time for final adjustments. I made this hat 3 years ago, and if you guys are interested, I can totally do a simple hat making tutorial in the future. Let me know in the comments below. And we're done! I really love how the braids add just a little something extra. It really changes the look, making it look a little bit more regal and put together. What do you guys think? So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like if you did. I totally want to do more if people are interested.